You've learned about how the system works and how to configure it to meet your unique needs, but how do you actually control and deliver odor stimuli? Follow along as I demonstrate our Olfactometer Control software module, where you can configure each odor vial and set flow rates to deliver precise concentrations. You can also track the status of your delivery system with the Advanced Status window, which shows a virtual representation of your system in real time. In addition, you will learn how to generate defined or random sequences of odor challenges and execute them. Launch the 228 Olfactometer Control program located on the desktop. First thing you'll need to do is configure the vials in your system to indicate what odorant is in each individual vial. Click on Configure System to open the System Configuration window. If you have previously configured the vials as seen here, you can clear them by clicking Clear Vials. However, if this is the first time you've used the program, you'll need to add odorants and solvents that will be used along with the concentration of each odor in liquid. Click on line 1, then add new odorant. Here, type in the name of the odorant you wish to add. And then click OK. Then click on Add New Solvent and enter the name of a unique solvent. Now you can set the odorant for vial 1 by selecting it from the drop-down menu. Then select the solvent and enter the volume concentration in the liquid. Finalize your selection by clicking Set Selected Vial, and your odorant should now appear in the table above for vial 1. Continue with the process for each of your vials. Set the total system flow rate up to 950 SCCMs, which is equal to the sum of the odor and dilution flows. For more detail on IO1 and IO2 modes for external triggering, refer to the manual. When finished, save config to a file for future use. Then click OK. Now let's take a look at the Advanced Status and Control window. Click on Config, Advanced Status and Control. This window will display a graphical representation of the system status of the olfactometer in real time. Clicking on a mass flow controller will allow the user to set the flow rate manually. MFC1 is the dilution flow, MFC2 is the odor flow, and MFC3 on the right is the exhaust flow. The software will also auto-detect the number of vials connected to it and then update the diagram to show all vials in the system. Clicking on the various vials and valves on the diagram will actuate them manually. As vial valves are turned on and off, the diagram of the valve changes from an X for valve off to a flow-through line, valve on, and the background color of the valves changes from white to green. Likewise, the final valve symbol changes to show the actual flow pattern through the valve, and the background color changes to green to show the valve is energized and the odor flow is being sent to the animal port. This window can be left open during experiments to provide a real-time display of vial status to ensure things are running as expected. However, it can be closed and opened at any time. Next, let's dive into the two methods of odor delivery with this system. The first uses a predefined sequence of odor challenges automatically executed by the software. To configure this, click on Config Sequencer. The sequencer window allows the user to create a sequence of challenges to be executed by the olfactometer with predefined timing or based on the sequence trigger signal. The user can manually create a sequence to their specifications, or they can have the software generate a random sequence using their chosen parameters. To write a sequence, first select the vial number to be used from the drop-down. Set the delay to challenge, which has a minimum of 20 seconds, and the duration of odor delivery of at least 20 milliseconds. If you'd like to trigger the release of this vial or odorant with external software, check the box next to External Trigger, which will allow the user to trigger using a rising edge TTL pulse. If you'd like to stop the flow of the odorant as well using a falling edge, check this box too. In addition, if you wish to trigger the start of the entire sequence as written, check the box beside Use DIO1 as sequence trigger, which will initiate the sequence once a rising edge TTL pulse is sent via an external source, such as a microscope imaging program. Note that this will only become available once an external source is plugged into DIO1 on the front panel. Click Add to add this odorant to the sequence and repeat for the number of vials or odorants you wish to use. The challenge sequence box shows the sequence as it will run. Rows can be added or deleted from the list using the Remove or Add buttons below. Total and elapsed time boxes here describe the total and elapsed time of the sequence. The total time is generated as the sequence is created. The elapsed time is shown while the sequence is running. Move up and move down buttons allow you to edit the order of challenges, and you can also utilize the Shuffle button to randomly assign order with your user-defined odorants. If you'd like to generate a random sequence of odor challenges, select Generate Random, which will open the random sequence generator. Here, you can indicate the number of challenges, select the vials to be included in the sequence, including no vials as an option, then set the minimum and maximum durations and delays the program can use to generate the sequence, as well as the step size. Once satisfied, select Generate, and the program will generate a random sequence of challenges. To execute a sequence, simply click Run located at the bottom of the sequencer window. If you do not wish to use a sequence of challenges, but rather manually deliver odorant to the animals, you can use the main screen to accomplish this. Here, you can select the odor from the drop-down menu, set total flow percentage through the vial, which sets the concentration of the odor to be delivered, and set the odor delivery duration, or how long you want the odor to be delivered for. Once this is set, you can begin to manually deliver odors to the animal by first clicking Flow Odor to Exhaust. You'll notice a delay between selecting this and the Deliver Odor to Animal button. This is the odor stabilization delay set prior to selecting your odors. Once this button becomes gray, you can deliver the odor to the animal. You can then repeat as needed for the same or different odor. Once complete and all vials are emptied, it is important to purge the system, which opens all the valves and flows clean air throughout to wash away residual odorant. After this is completed, you can select Stop Flow, which shuts off all valves. With the 228 olfactometer, you can be confident that you'll be delivering precise, repeatable odor stimuli utilizing our 3 mass flow controller system, which mitigates pressure changes and produces consistent odorant pulses. A modular design ensures the odor delivery system can be easily configured to your specific needs and integrate with existing behavioral or electrophysiological experiments. Thank you for taking the time to watch.